Welcome to Real Love, Real Stories TV and podcast. This is Kanu and I'm the host. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the place to be to hear love stories. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about some 5 ways to stay happy in your relationship during the holidays. So the holidays are supposed to be the jolliest time of the year. However, this isn't the case for everyone. So here are some 5 ways that can help you stay happy in your relationship. Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audibletrial.com/real love, real stories and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a title free and start listening. It's that easy. Go to audibletrial.com/real love, real stories to get started today. Number 1. Simplify your schedule. Things can get really crazy between Thanksgiving and New Year's. So managing your schedule during this time is very crucial. So if you end up being overscheduled, you might end up dreading the holidays rather than, it being a time to celebrate. So as a couple, review your calendar of events and choose the ones to attend wisely. It is okay to say no to some of those events that you are invited to. And it is also okay to go solo to some of those events that you are invited to because your partner may or may not want to go. So go ahead and simplify your calendar. Make sure that you know what's coming and make sure that you know what your kids, if you have kids, what events they have going on in as well, so that you're not overbooking yourself and end up going crazy during the holidays. Number 2, as a couple, it is very important for you to stay healthy. So remind each other to do the following. A, stay warm. So make sure that you dress appropriately for the weather. Also, be prepared to have some things in your car in case, you're stranded. So some items that you should have in your car are an ice scraper. If you live in an area where, there's a potentially that you might need to use an ice scraper or even a brush to brush snow off of the windshield, a shovel. You need to have some gloves and other winter clothing in the car. This is important. You need to have a blanket. Number 5, you need to have some flares or reflectors in the car. Another important thing, a first aid kit. You need to have a flashlight, a cell phone charger. You need to have some water, even some non-perishable snacks. So I know the point is stay warm, but staying warm is also by following some of those things in case your car, breaks down on the side of the road and you have some frigid temperatures going on. So make sure to have those things that will come in handy when you are stranded. And B, eat well. So I don't know about you, but parties are happening everywhere and you're invited and not all of them have good food on the menu. So there's a lot of sweet things, there's a lot of alcohol. So just remind yourself as a couple to eat well and to drink moderately, not go nuts. Because most of these holiday parties, it's free alcohol, right? So sometimes the mindset of going to a party where there's free alcohol is to drink a little more than you would. So choose wisely, don't drink and drive. And don't just eat everything because it's there and it's at a party and you lose sight of your good habits that you've developed throughout the year. And C, this sounds silly, but remember or remind each other to wash your hands frequently. Sicknesses are everywhere, and they're common in winter, like allergies, colds, flus, and people are coughing everywhere and blowing their nose all the time. And I actually returned from being out of town yesterday and sat next to a lady, a couple ladies actually. I was in the aisle, and she was sitting at the window, and she was just coughing and coughing, that even the flight attendant came to check on her and ask if everything was okay. They ended up giving her one of those, little bags that you used to throw up so she could put her tissues and stuff from blowing her nose and from coughing, phlegm. And I mean, it was pretty disgusting. I wanted the plane to land right away. I even considered asking to be changed, for them to change where I was sitting, but I needed more leg room because, I'm wearing a boot for my leg. So I was just stuck. She's going through whatever she's going through, but at the same time, it's like, I hope it's not contagious, because we're all breathing in the air that that's contaminated at that point. So wash your hands frequently, and also experts say increase your intake of vitamin C. So this might help you fight some of these things that we're talking about. So remind yourself as a couple to wash your hands frequently. Number 3, so keep the romance alive. So with all the busy schedules that we're talking about, where you have holiday parties, you got this going on, family events, and this and that, remember to schedule date nights. Because if you don't, you're going to be too busy and time is going to go by, and you might start actually to resent each other during the holidays because you just have way too much going on. So remember to keep the romance alive, schedule date nights, and do something fun for each other. Number 4, as a couple, stick to a budget. It is very important that you come up with a budget and you decide what it is before you start shopping. Because, a lot of people, we end up spending more than we thought we would for Christmas for buying gifts. And you also want to be careful, because you don't want to end up trying to buy love with gifts. And people end up not appreciating what you buy, and then you get upset, and, and it goes on and on and on. So stick to your budget. Come up with a budget as a couple and stick to that budget. Don't overspend, because we tend to do that. And I think we forget what the meaning of Christmas is. And we end up with like thousands and thousands of dollars that we have charged on our credit cards just to buy each other Christmas gifts. So stick to your budget. Number 5, just de-stress. Remember to de-stress. Holidays are full of stress. Sometimes all the fun things that we do will end up causing us stress. So number 1, you should accept what you cannot change. You cannot change who your family is. You cannot change where your family is. Like for myself, I live in Arizona. I cannot change my family is not here. So I have to accept that. You cannot change whether you like them or not. And you cannot also change whether the people you live with, or your family, your friends, what their excitement level is about the holidays. You may love the holidays, like I love the holidays, but the people around me may not like it as much as I do. So I need to accept what I cannot change. And then also do less. So say no to other things and say yes to things that excite you. But that doesn't mean that you need to say no to everything, because you also need to get out there and enjoy life and mingle and do all those fun things that people do. But your limit, do less, do what you can, what's comfortable for you and what's good for your health. Focus on quality time. Other than like we're talking about, don't buy love with gifts, but focus on quality time. Spending time with your family, your friends during the holidays, and enjoying each other's company versus spending thousands and thousands of dollars on them. And it's okay to spend thousands of dollars if you can afford it. But some people don't afford it, and they end up charging everything on the credit card. And, you're going to have to pay that back pretty soon. So I'd say if you have to put it, if you have to put it on a credit card, and ask yourself, can I pay this off, and when can I pay it off? And if it's later when you're accruing interest and all that, it's not worth it. And then be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and get out and get some sun, get some fresh air as much as you can. I know with the weather being so bad, depending on where you are in the world, it could be that you can't even get out. Some people are stuck already in the house because they've had a blizzard or ice storm or something. So just remember to get out there, get some fresh air, whether it just means you're out, shoveling snow or whatever the case may be. Just get out there and get some fresh air and get some sun if it's available. And then remember to treat yourself. The holidays are all about buying gifts for others, but don't forget yourself, because you've worked hard this year. Treat yourself to a little something. It might be just a massage. It might be just you getting away and getting an hour massage somewhere where you can unplug and get pampered for an hour or two, and then you can get back into your daily grind, but you would have carved a little bit of time where you can just be and enjoy, the fruits of your labor. You've worked hard all year. You deserve a little something, whether it's a little something you purchase for yourself or it's a little something in terms of a service like a massage, a pedicure, whatever it is that you want. I think you should treat yourself. Yeah, so not everyone is happy during the holidays. So be mindful and be thoughtful and know how your partner is and what are their needs and wants. Because a lot of people struggle during the holidays. They may be missing their loved ones who left us. And, a lot of the memories and triggers all come during the holidays. So be mindful and be thoughtful. But above it all, enjoy the holidays, love one another, and like Ellen DeGeneres says, be kind to one another. Thank you so much for listening, and all the way to the end. I am genuinely so grateful. So now you can continue to show your support in a few different ways. The first one is, if you can think of someone who might benefit from this episode, please send it to them. And the second thing is, we all are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. So please share this episode. And I love it when people tag me to their post. And 3, head over to iTunes. You can leave a review and you can rate this episode. All your feedback is very helpful, and it helps this podcast get visible so others can listen to all these great stories. Thank you so much. Till next time.